Hello there. Today I wanted to show you some products from Clear Jelly Stamper that I was lucky enough to be sent. They picked my name for a plate and said they would send me a plate, and sneakily enough they then sent me 6 stamping plates, I think 20 stamping polishes, 2 stampers and this holographic plate holder. I just wanted to show you how pretty it is. Oh my gosh, my lighting doesn't really do it justice. I wanted to show you the plate that I have named. It's called If It Ain't Broke, Don't Fix It. The number is 72, Clear Jelly Stamper 72, and I got to pick the name. So if you're not aware of Clear Jelly Stamper, they, I think, invented Clear Jelly Stampers, hence the name, and Clear Jelly Stampers allowed you to do layered stamping so that you don't have to do decals, which, reverse stamping, my favourite thing in the world, but this is faster, especially for people like nail techs. You stamp the colour and then you stamp the outline on top or the pattern on top. It reminded me of Baroque and Rococo things because it has a lot of swirls and twirls and floral patterns, these dots. I think I fancy trying out this pattern today, and with some of the stamping polishes I was gifted or sent for review really, I would make a gradient with this outline of the shape and then stamp this filigree, would you call it, Rococo swirly whirly design on top of there, and have some of the base colour showing down the side here. And the base colour I've picked for the design is, if I zoom in, is a new Barry M colour I picked up the other day, Molten Metal in Blue Glacier. It's kind of minty green to me, but it's very, very silvery with a golden glitter to it. It's hard for the camera to pick up, but I thought that would go really well with maybe some pinks and purples for a very girly, twirly whirly design. So what I'm going to do is work out the design I'm going to do off camera and then come back to talk about it. So this is the design I've decided on. First I stamped the background of the stamping pattern with this deep purple, which is number 16 in the Clear Jelly stamping polishes. And then I did a gradient on top in the swirly whirly Rococo Baroque pattern on top with number 64, number 72, number 7 and number 17. And that gave me this design. So I'll show you how I did that now. I'm using the larger end of the double-ended stamper that I showed you earlier. So it's a standard size, well, they used to call extra large stamper, but is now quite a small stamper. That wasn't funny, I don't know why I laughed so much. And I'm using the scraper that came with the stampers. Put on plenty of polish because this is a completely empty image, if you know what I mean. And then I'm going to scrape really gently, holding the stamper at an angle. There's a little bit of excess which I'm just going to remove on a lint roller, and then stamping it onto the nail. In order to get the stamping to stick really nicely, if you're stamping on gel polish that isn't a problem because it will stick to the tacky layer, but if you're stamping on regular polish you want to have recently applied a layer of nail polish. So the nail polish was probably like 60-70% dry underneath, and that will just give you more time between the stamping and applying the stamping onto the nail. Do you know what I mean? So that it will stick nicely. So that's the dark purple background, and then Getting the same plate but getting the pattern that goes over the top. Just remove the excess from the stamper again. And I'm going to do a little bit of each colour that I used. And I'm using the bottom half of this image because it's such a large image, it would work really well on nail extensions. But I don't have nail extensions on right now. Mint at the top of the image here. And then the deeper minty colour here. The light blue here. And a little bit of the lilac at the very bottom. I'm going to bring in tissue to catch the excess. And then scrape a few times to blend. Pick up the stamping. There's an area of that I'm not happy with, so I'm just going to clean the plate and try again. And try that again. So at the top, the light green, then the mint, then the light blue, then the lilac, blend the colours, and then while the stamping is still fresh on the stamper, line it up and stamp it on to the purple base. So I just need to peel the liquid latex. You don't even really need to use liquid latex because it will usually either flick off from the skin, or you can use a little bit of tape or your lint roller to get rid of the excess. Now I'm going to just clean up with a little bit of acetone. It will be the quickest cleanup of all time. And then I'll put the top coat on and I'll show you the finished design. Just show a little bit of how easy the cleanup is. Just the tiniest little bits of polish that are on the skin. It's nice to be able to do a gradient without a sponge and without so much cleanup. So I'll top coat and then I'll chat a little bit more about how I found things. So this is the final design. It's much faster than a gradient with a sponge, as I said before, and having all these colour options with their stamping polishes is just a little bit amazing. I don't know what else to say. I'm really grateful to the people at Clear Jelly Stamper, Debra and the team, for sending me the most incredible package I think I'll ever receive. It was just such a shock. They implied there would be, you know, a stamping plate and a few stamping polishes maybe. But 6 stamping plates, 20 stamping polishes, 2 stampers and a plate holder. As the kids say, I'm shook. Do kids even say that now? Probably not. Thanks so much for watching. See you later.